want to talk about a very important concept that a lot of YouTubers are facing when they start their Skool communities, and that is time management. How do you continue creating content on a consistent basis while also building and managing a Skool community for your audience? My name is Marlon, and I run a free Skool community called Community Builders, where I help YouTubers build their Skool communities. I've helped YouTuber Calram become a top 1% community builder on Skool with 4 Skool communities that have made more than $150,000 in under 2 years. In this lesson, we'll break down how you'll be spending your time building your Skool community, starting with a powerful problem-solving tool called the Big 3 model. The Big 3 model is a term invented by my YouTuber client Cal. It states that 90% of the effects come from the top 3 causes. What are the top 3 causes or things to focus on, actions to focus on when building out a Skool community as a YouTuber? Now, those 3 things would be, and as of the time of this recording, number 1, promotion, number 2, research and development, or R&D for short, and number 3, product fulfillment, and more importantly, outsourcing this role as much as possible. Let's get started with promotion. As a YouTuber, the single most important thing you can do for your Skool community is to promote it. Because without promotion, you don't get any views. Without views, you don't get any new members. And without members, your Skool community never grows. You should aim to spend 80% of your time promoting your Skool community, and with the rest of your time, you should be focused on R&D and product fulfillment. So for example, if you're a content creator working a 40-hour work week, it would be wise to spend approximately 32 of those hours promoting your Skool community through the creation of YouTube videos, for example, and the remaining 8 hours on R&D and product fulfillment. Now, if, for example, you're in the routine of working a short 4-hour work week, you'd simply spend approximately 3 of those hours on promotion and approximately 40 minutes on R&D and product fulfillment. Now, what does promoting a Skool community look like for a YouTuber? Well, simply put, promotion for the YouTuber consists in publishing content, videos, shorts, hosting live streams, making YouTube community posts, or even running an email campaign on the side. And this is great news for you because you don't need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to the promotion of your Skool community. You just need to keep doing what you already know how to do best. That is to leverage the attention of your audience to grow your Skool community. No actions rank higher than this one, given your role as a YouTuber. And let's look at the cost of neglecting promotion. And we're going to look at a bit of a story that comes from my personal experience managing Skool communities. There was a period of time between September and November 2023 when my client Cal and I were focused solely on the creation of 2 new courses in his Skool community. Now, the prioritization of these projects was indeed a sound idea from a product fulfillment angle, but in committing predominantly to course creation, Cal had switched his promoter cap to a product fulfillment one, and because of that, consistent uploads to YouTube stopped, which in turn resulted in lower amounts of new members joining his community and therefore less sales. Now, to be fair, those courses were promised to be released as soon as possible for members, and they also demanded a lot of in-depth health-related research that I wasn't personally fit to conduct myself given my lack of expertise in the subject matter. That is, the research couldn't be outsourced to me, the community builder or admin. However, in looking back, and if we had to have done things differently, we could have perhaps committed to any one of the following strategies. We could have promised longer timelines for those courses. We could have focused less on courses and more on community, which in aggregate would have cost less time to fulfill and would have still been valuable to members. And we could have released the course modules as we made them instead of waiting till the entire course was fully complete before releasing. All of these options would have freed up Cal's time to promote his community through the production of YouTube videos. So you understand as a YouTuber that your main role when you have a Skool community is not actually to focus 100% of your time on the Skool community. The majority of your time will be spent promoting your Skool community through the creation of YouTube content that you already know how to do best. But to further drive this point home of really focusing solely on the YouTube promotion side of things, let's explore a story that actually comes from the movie The Matrix. So there's a scene in The Matrix where the main protagonist Neo finds himself captivated by a stunning woman in a red dress. The distraction of this woman ends up being a trap. She was a test designed to pull his focus away from the mission at hand. And in the same way, as a YouTuber, you'll constantly face your own woman in the red dress moments. These moments manifest in the form of work tasks that may feel productive but ultimately pull you away from your highest leverage task of promotion. For example, course creation is valuable for lots of Skool communities, but if the creation of courses consumes the majority of your time as a YouTuber, you risk neglecting your role as a YouTuber, which is publishing content and promoting your community. Therefore, avoid getting distracted by things that feel like progress but don't directly bring in new members. The more you chase perfection and product fulfillment, the easier it is to fall into the trap of inaction when it comes to promotion. Of course, this is all easier said than done. I understand that when you're just starting out, you'll have to pull your fair share of the weight when it comes to the planning and building of your Skool community. That might mean that you have to sacrifice some of your promotion work hours to allocate towards R&D and product fulfillment tasks. Now, ideally, you have a community builder on your team to outsource work to, but if you don't, what's important to do in such cases is to set the expectation that you won't be able to spend as much time promoting through the creation of your content, and therefore will in all likelihood see a decline in the amount of new members that are joining during that period of time. But here's the encouraging part. Once your assets are built, they last forever with minimal maintenance required. That is, once you've built your courses, training, checklist, guide, lecture, or challenge, it's here to stay, and all you have to do is maintain it and at the most tweak it a little over time. So if you can't outsource much of your building work early on, just understand that there's a significant time cost up front that is then followed by a more manageable recurring time cost afterwards. So all in all, here are your action steps from this lesson. Focus on promotion. Spend 80% of your time creating content to promote your Skool community and 20% on research and development and product fulfillment to ensure growth for your Skool community, to ensure that it continues growing and that it's not just stagnating as far as members go. Avoid distractions, stay committed to promotion, and don't get sidetracked by tasks that may seem valuable but that don't directly bring in any new members. And of course, set realistic expectations. If you're building solo or have a small team but lots of assets to build out, expect slower growth at first, but remember that once those assets are built, they require minimal upkeep in the future.